Hey everybody, today I want to highlight the 5 top reasons that you as a smart, high-performing executive just cannot lose that cortisol belly. You are crushing it in business, but constantly battling that stubborn belly fat that just won't go away no matter how disciplined you are. If you are a CEO or a senior executive, this isn't just about vanity, it's about energy, clarity, and showing up as your sharpest self. But what most people do not know is that this belly fat often isn't about calories, it is about cortisol. Let us take a minute and unpack that cortisol belly. Cortisol belly is typically characterized by stubborn fat accumulation around the midsection, and it is more than just a cosmetic issue. It is a sign of elevated cortisol level, often triggered by various lifestyle factors. Now, this fat tends to build up in the visceral area, meaning it surrounds your vital organs like the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Unlike subcutaneous fat, the kind that you can pinch, visceral fat is metabolically active, releasing inflammatory cytokines and disrupting your hormonal soup. It not only increases your waistline, but also your risk for metabolic syndrome, which is a collection of serious health issues like insulin resistance, high blood pressure, and cardiovascular disease. Now, for CEOs and high-performing executives like yourselves, cortisol belly poses a deeper threat. It compromises your cognitive clarity, drains your energy, and interferes with your capacity for optimal decision-making. Elevated visceral fat levels are strongly linked to chronic inflammation, which has been shown to reduce executive function, focus, and resilience under stress. So while you might be performing at the top of your game professionally, your body could be silently working against you. Tackling cortisol belly isn't about vanity. It's a critical and strategic move to protect your longevity, mental sharpness, and leadership edge. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful reasons why you just can't lose that cortisol belly. And more importantly, what you can do about it. If you are serious about getting rid of that cortisol belly, comment cortisol below and I will send you my exclusive guide, Top 10 Tips to Losing That Cortisol Belly. Let's get into it. Number 1, chronic unchecked stress. You are making high-stake decisions every day, managing teams, juggling investor pressure, and your body is treating every email and board meeting like a survival threat. Cortisol spikes again and again. And where does that cortisol send the fat? Straight to your midsection. Although you are eating clean consistently, the message your body is getting is, store fat, we are in danger. Quick fix, you do not need a vacation. You need my top 10 tips to reduce your cortisol naturally, even on your busiest days. Sound familiar? Comment cortisol below and I'll send you my top 10 tips to lose that cortisol belly. Second reason, poor quality sleep. Picture this familiar scenario. You are in bed at midnight scrolling through social media or emails, and you have to be up at 5:30 a.m. for your high performance morning routine. But here's the problem. Even mild sleep deprivation raises your cortisol levels significantly. And when your cortisol is high at night, it disrupts fat burning hormones like human growth hormone and leptin. What does this really mean? This means your belly won't budge. No matter how hard you work, if your sleep patterns are sketchy, do you know what is the optimum hour for sleep if you want to lose that cortisol belly? You cannot optimize your energy and output while sacrificing strategic recovery. Sleep is not for the weak. It is for the elite. Want to know the 3 sleep hacks I give all my executive patients? Comment cortisol below and I'll send you my exclusive guide, which is the top 10 tips to lose that cortisol belly forever. Number 3, you are overtraining. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But many executives think the way to lose that cortisol belly is to work out or outwork that belly fat in the gym. So you're doing high intensity workouts 6 days a week, fasted cardio, maybe even 2 workouts a day. But here's the truth. Intense training without proper recovery can raise your cortisol levels even higher, especially in an already stressed out system. So over time, this slows your metabolism, increases that dreaded belly fat, and burns out your motivation to ashes. You do not need to work harder. You need to train smarter. And with the right strategy, you will stabilize your cortisol levels, lose that fat, and increase your energy. Number 4, and this might surprise you, skipping meals or doing intermittent fasting the wrong way. Fasting can work, but not when your body is already stressed out. If your blood sugar is unstable and you skip meals, cortisol spikes to compensate. Surprising, right? And what does cortisol do? It says, hold on to that belly fat. We might need it. So that 16-8 fasting window might be doing the opposite of what you think, especially if you are combining it with poor sleep and overtraining. You do not need to eat all day, but you do need a strategic nutrition plan that keeps your cortisol in check. Now, does all of this sound familiar? You can download my top 10 tips to lose that belly fat, and the link is in the description. The fifth and final reason you are not recovering properly from your workouts. Recovery isn't just about days off, it's about your nervous system state. If you are in fight or flight 24/7, even during downtime, your body will not release the fat. It is in survival mode. You need to build in active recovery like red light therapy, breath work, cold exposure, mindful walking, parasympathetic activation tools like massage and meditation. Now, these are not woo-woo practices. They are science-backed strategies that help your body feel safe enough to burn fat. Let's recap. 5 top reasons you can't lose your cortisol belly are chronic stress and unmanaged cortisol, poor quality sleep, overtraining without recovery, skipping meals or fasting improperly, ignoring your nervous system health and recovery. If you are a CEO or high-performing executive, these are not just health tweaks. This is about mental clarity, guys, long-term performance and strategic leadership. If you are tired of doing everything right and still seeing that stubborn fat in the mirror, there is a smarter way to deal with it. Comment cortisol now and I will send you my top 10 tips to lose that cortisol belly. Remember, this isn't about six packs, you people. It is about showing up as the strongest, sharpest, and healthiest version of you. If you found this video useful, hit the subscribe button, share this video with a colleague or friend who needs to hear this, and I will see you in my next video.